All right. So let's get this conversation on the roll. So I wanted to hit you up to talk about this album that just came out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo, we've been waiting for this album. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold
yeah,
you.
yeah, we've been
It's
waiting
been
for
a
this
while. It's been a
album.
long time. It's been a long time because it's crazy because people don't even know this album was supposed to be out 2000 and I mean, not even 2000. Was it like 2019, 17,
Yeah.
something like that? It
Okay.
was supposed to be out a long time ago.
Okay.
So,
As
and it's
far as
crazy because they talked about doing it again 2001, and they didn't never they you know how Dre is. Dre is
well, Marsha Ambrosius has been signed to Aftermath for quite some time now after her Flourishing run, and she's been signed to
hmm
them as mainly a songwriter.
hmm
She
Yep.
was doing projects on the side. Um, well, she's got about
Appearances
what
and stuff.
three? I think I want to say like two albums and like a couple mixtapes. I know she did a mixtape of like a bunch of Dre beats, and she did
Mhm.
herself as the Chronic, the 92 album Chronic cover, the zigzag
Right.
cover she did. It was a
Right.
bunch of those type of beats on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the conversation tonight I wanted to talk about is Casablanco by Marsha. Well, Dr. Dre presents Marsha Ambrosius Casablanco album.
Right.
So I'm kind of 50-50 on this, my opinion. What you think?
Okay. I'm loving it. Um,
Okay.
you know, because at the end of the day, like, it's still going to be worth the wait because even with the first listen that I heard it, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't heard it since Friday because so much music came out. So
Okay.
I was trying to take time to listen to all the new music. So well, basically almost all the new music because you still even it's a lot of new music came out that we all didn't get to touch, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get the ones that you been wanting to listen to.
Okay.
So the first listen, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was going to be different. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was going to be hip hop elements. You know what I'm saying? According to them, that's what it was going to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? She's going to make sure that she's going to have hip hop in it. So and of course, she's very creative and Dre too. So I mean, they fit perfect with it. I'm
Okay.
thinking people are gonna get their money's worth because at the end of the day, it's still too soon. But everybody's just gonna have to sit with the album, and you know what I mean, because it's a grown man, grown woman album, and it ain't no
Yeah.
kiddie album. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
It's
what
definitely
it gives us.
a grown album. It gives you that mode throughout the whole album that this is like bedroom music
Right,
to me.
right,
That's what I got out of it. This is like bedroom, or this is like candlelight dinner, like
yeah.
type of music.
Wine is like a
That's
wine sitting there drinking cigar type of music. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
but it's still, it just ain't got no club bangers, which is, it's okay that I have club bangers all the time. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's my
For me,
50% of it. It's a cool album for those type of um situations. My other 50 that doesn't like it because throughout the whole album of what I listen to, like I believe it's the 12 tracks.
yeah,
I know, and we know this history of Dr. Dre sampling music. We know this history, but this
Yeah,
album they put together is like an ode to a lot of old R&B music, R&B
yeah,
soul music. Because
yeah,
what I got out of the album is that, and this is in case I put this on YouTube, this is a spoiler alert for
right.
those that haven't listened to the album yet. The album has been out for a few days now.
That's right.
Every track is an interpolation of an old song.
Yeah,
It's either by the music or what Marsha Ambrosius is singing her lyrics. There's some kind of ode to a old song, interpolation of some sort.
yeah,
Especially the last one where he hints like to the first verse, her own songs, like Say Yes, and I heard
yeah,
Butterfly, a little bit of butterflies in there.
yeah,
So yeah, it was a lot mixed in one for I believe the track is called Music of My Mind or Music of the Mind. That was
yeah.
a very last track on there, and that's a mixture of it. I mean, the title fits it. It's a lot of
Right.
music mixed in, combined into one track.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole album. I mean, even you even get it from her second after the greatest was the release of the Casablanco. The second One Night Stand. That's the song I'm
When
trying
I
to think
say
of.
yeah,
One Night Stand. That was the second
yeah,
single off of the album. That one you can
yeah.
tell that's all night long. Mary Jane Girls.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. You can hear that.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that it tracks. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, you know what I'm saying? You hear that
The
and you
vocal
go reminiscing.
arrangements is all night
Yeah,
long. Um,
yeah,
but I should have gotten an idea from those two tracks that this was going to be the album, but I didn't get that. I didn't think that that was going to be the
mm,
whole album just like that. And that's pretty much the
right.
whole album.
Do you
Just
think? Do you think like basically, like it felt like because some of the music that's been like portrayed, you think it just didn't have that energy. Like it was kind of like, okay, cool, we got this mellow, cool, calm album, but also we don't get that energy like a Dr. Dre type of energy with that, with the keys and you know what I'm saying, his signature sound.
yeah, because they did use a lot of orchestra for every track, and that's probably most likely why I think they got away with a lot of interpolations because they use a live band.
Mm,
And every track, because I like to go down credits, and I like how title it gives you the credits,
yeah.
and it doesn't say on every track produced by Dr. Dre. It says produced by Dr. Dre, produced by Fred Ray, produced by Focus, produced by this. I was like, damn. So Dr.
Yeah,
Dre, the only credit he took on this album was presenting it. Other than
yeah.
that, a
Do
lot
you
of
think
people
he's
had
trying to
their
get
hands.
his you thinking that's the disconnect too? Because he's been so much doing and producing is producing because at the end of the day it's your ear at the
Yeah,
end of the day that makes sure that it's finalized. But not him not having that sound sometimes, and everybody knows his signature sound. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Nobody's dummy. Nobody's no dummy. And I know, and shout out to Dim Joints and shout out to Focus,
They
but I
enjoyed
don't think
the.
they know dummies because they know his signature sound. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
maybe they thought that the way the instruments haven't been produced or been, in the forefront, because let's face it too, is a lot of people still programming their beats. They're not really, doing instruments like what they have been doing. So I think they was trying to show the more, not just the
you're freezing up.
instruments. You could have the instruments, you could have the programming, but it's just not just the program. It's just the good music of the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
maybe they was just doing something different and change it because 9 times out of 10, they'll change and scrap everything that they done had. The fire was fire, and they was like, you know what? Let's just make this concept of
Yeah,
this album.
yeah, I feel that.
Because I always get that, you know what I mean? Because when you get in the concept with the album, then you be like, okay, this don't sound right. This don't sound right. Maybe we won't do this. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they just wanted to focus on like how the old used to do, and maybe
Hmm.
they was just like, okay, we're gonna hit mix the old with the new, give them that. You know what I'm saying? Like 19. You know what I'm saying? Like 1980s, wherever, you know what I'm saying? 1890s or wherever, wherever the case may be, wherever that sound was at that time. Maybe they wanted to go back, but come back and hit us with some 80s, hit us with some 70s, hit us with some, you know what I'm saying, 90s, some early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
put it in a pot, you know what I mean? And make this
Okay.
Casablanco, you know what I mean? Get
Okay.
people
Okay.
in the groove of the old, because I think they felt like they disconnect with the old, because 9 times out of 10 everybody's saying it's this old versus new, which we don't think that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's other motherfuckers who ain't even in this culture, so maybe they was trying to do something like that, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's so much, you know what I'm saying? It could have
Yeah.
been, with the album, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it was a job well done, because Dre ain't gonna never give us no bullshit album. You
No.
know what I mean? Even if we have to sit there and we be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean? Because we
it's
all do
definitely
that.
that
We
type
go,
of vibe that it takes you out of, Dre's usual, um,
yeah,
he's like some people probably expected like, like Mary J. Blige Family Affair or, something like, Dre driven, hard,
yeah,
he's gonna give us some smooth R&B, but then give us some, you know, club hard, something that we can bump in the club. But this album is just smooth all the way through.
yeah,
That's why I'm like kind of 50-50 because I know throughout the years of
yeah,
hearing Marsha Ambrosius give us, legendary music, with her writing
yeah,
skills, producing skills,
yeah,
and I was like, this is a smooth album. I like the album, but
yeah,
I know there's a lot of interpolation in each track. There's a lot of
yeah,
interpolation, and I know they could get away with it because you have a live band performing these
yeah,
songs. So,
yeah,
and a lot of people know that that's what Dr. Dre's known for is sampling music. He's done it from day one, but this time, he's got a live band on it, so it's more to get away with either interpolating rather than just
yeah.
sampling. And it's
Right.
creative that way too. But it's not just the music part; it's also what Marsha Ambrosius wrote. It's not
Yeah.
just interpolation on the music part; it's also interpolation on the lyrics. It's
Yeah.
like there's hints of like a few different songs in one song.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of like, I mean, it's still a good album. I still recommend the album to listen to it, to sit back and chill,
Right.
have a chill vibe. It do got some hitting beats on there too. You know, but there was another album I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
too. If you got a chance to listen to it, yeah, the
Yeah.
Dog Pound album.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
we all we got.
Dope. I think it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
was a wonderful way to bring them back, because I've been like, ever since what January, I've been like been just listening to music. I try to tap in and listen to every music, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be so hard, because you got to find the right time, and sometimes you got to be in around other bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and other situations and shit. So I try to get the right time to sit there and try to be down with the album, you know what I mean? Which it's always something with that, but this album, I knew, because once it caught my eye, I knew that it was gonna be one of the talked about albums of the year. I figured it was gonna
And
be that, because Rick Rock on there producing, Battle Cake producing, you know what I'm saying? Mikey Keys is on it, you know what I mean? And so many, and
so
plus more, you know what I mean? and Daz didn't
Yeah,
have to
so I'm
do too
glad.
fast.
I'm glad they didn't call it dog food too. Like everybody thought it was going to be called. I'm glad they didn't do that
I'm glad they
because
didn't
here's
do
my
that.
reason why I'm glad they didn't do that because this album is not fully or include any Daz Dillinger beats on it at all.
Yeah, no,
So
not
I'm
at
glad
all.
they didn't call it dog food because it wouldn't be dog food too without
Yeah,
a that nigga Daz beat.
true. That's a fact.
So so
I
until
mean,
they
that
go
that
back
whole album
to
had to be produced by Daz because Daz was basically the what I'm saying. I mean, we're at the day and age now that as long as they got that sound of what I'm saying, keep that energy. Because I feel like with the a sequel, you got to be better. You know what I'm saying? It's got
yeah
to be kind of close to the first one. You know,
yeah
you know
yeah
what I mean? It's got to be
yeah
10 times better.
I was kind of thrown off by Brother Lynch Hung's Season of the Sickness 2. I was kind of thrown off by that.
Mm. I'm
You
kind
got
of
you
glad
got a
you
chance to
said it.
listen to that album?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
I was kind of thrown off. It sounded like he tried to go back to one Season of the Sickness 1, but
yeah.
this
It
one
didn't match the
he
energy.
did bring back Funk Beta,
Yeah,
but I didn't hear Low to the Brain on this. I didn't hear a Rest in Piss on this.
yeah,
I didn't hear
yeah. People
Corpse Came to
said
Dinner, even though I think that was after. But
the Revenge of the Baby Killer.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't hear those.
yeah. I didn't hear those type of sounding, you know, tracks.
It did.
And
Some of the tracks did have old school sound to it,
yeah,
but it didn't give me Season of Sickness.
yeah. I don't know why. It's like House Party, right? When they did the House Party, well, the new House Party, and then everybody's like, "Well, shit, they ain't like that." It looks like fucking House Party 4 2.0. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I still didn't watch. I just still didn't watch House Party. I still didn't watch the new one
Yeah, because you
because
already knew that it was gonna suck.
I
You
seen
know?
what they did to four House Party 4, and then there was one after that,
Yeah,
or
the
at
one
least
with the
4 was
white
what
dude
was
and the
Marcus
kid.
Houston. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Do you know they had a one after that? After that one, they
Yeah,
tried to
yeah,
do
yeah,
another
yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah.
and that didn't even hit straight to DVD. I don't even know where the hell that was. They
Yeah.
might have
See,
put that on Amazon.
after three, it was gone. After that,
Yeah, it was over.
so them coming
Yeah,
out with this house party with LeBron James, even though they made a cameo in it, but to me, it's still not house party. But
no,
probably a lot of people like it. I still haven't watched it. I still need to watch it
they
and
didn't have
have
Baby
a good
G.
review myself, my own opinion, but I can't give a opinion on it because I
I
haven't
tell
watched
you
it.
truth. I tell you truth. This how you know. This how you know. This is when you know when you fuck up on the sequel. And it ain't because and it's not because you don't love it and you just like fuck. I just want to get it over with and give them what they want. It's
Hmm.
just I think this is gonna be good until I actually put it out. Like I got the hookup too, and then find out. Oh no, this ain't what they want. They're gonna say this is trash. This ain't giving us this. Leave
And
our sequels alone.
damn, I still didn't watch. I got the hookup too either. There's a few
And,
see, and there's a few sequels that I haven't watched. I'm thinking about it now that I haven't watched
and
because of
I
how the
like DC
original
Young
was.
Fly, but that told me right there that DC Young Fly can't. I mean, he's funny, but he can't cross over.
Yeah. I still haven't
He's
watched
the
that
type
one
that
either.
can't. He's the type that can't cross over to movies. You know what I'm saying? He's just stuck in the particular lane that he's in. Because as
Which
a
is wilding
comedian
out.
and a king of comedy, you know what I'm saying? You
Which
feel
is wilding
like
out and his 85 South stuff they do when they do the tours and do the
yeah,
podcast. He's good
yeah,
with that. But
good with that. Stay there. You can't do, but you can't cross over. You know
I
what I
mean
mean?
he'll
And I
get
think
there.
some
He'll get
stuff
there
is
sooner or
good at
later because
where it's at.
you said
And
what?
and I think sometimes stuff is good where it's at. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
touch it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he touched it, and this is a good question, right? Since because I still liked it, but it just don't not it's not gonna give us the energy. You know what I'm saying? And and not every fan is just like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody's gonna say, "Oh, fuck that! You should have left it alone. It's trash." You know, I ain't gonna say it like that because it was actually a good album. But the
I mean,
thing was,
because we also got coming up last Friday. I believe that's what ICE was going to call it. They finally
yeah,
made a deal, and supposedly we're going to get another Friday. And so Ice Cube
that's
has
gonna be
always said
hard
that he
without
wants to
John
bring everybody
Witherspoon.
back, but he can't bring everybody back because there's a few people that passed away. So who is he
Yeah,
actually going to get back? We all want Chris Tucker to come back. That's number
yeah,
one. And Chris
yeah.
Tucker said he'll come back if DC Young Fly plays the Sun. That's from DC Young Fly's mouth to be like Little Smokey or something like that. If we get that, cool. But if not, then
Mm.
who we gonna get back? We're gonna get back Damon, who's Terry Crews. We're gonna get back Cat Williams, who's Money Mike.
Like, yeah.
Are we gonna get back? Well, of course we're gonna get back Mike Epps,
Man
who's Day
down
Day.
though.
Huh?
We ain't got Debo.
That's why he has to
It's gonna
bring
be
back Damon. Terry Crews, he was the new Debo.
or they could make a new Debo.
Well, who?
Who would be the good Debo?
You can't. You can't.
I would.
You can't change that
It's
Debo. That's tiny.
what if Debo had a son and he found out that he died and you know what I'm saying got killed in a drive by? Hey, I think Debo should or got killed because you know Debo was that type of nigga. You know, especially in Cali, he got killed. Oh,
So
like they
so
smoked him. They smoked
so who are they
Debo.
gonna find to play Debo's son? Who do you think could play that
That's
part?
the question. I would say,
See, they might as well just stick with the villains that they
but
got already. Like
you gotta be cross-eyed. You gotta look like, you know what I'm saying. You gotta be a muscle-bound dude. Only dude I would
exactly.
think would do that, but he had to play that part though. But he don't look like Debo though.
Who's that?
I would say Court, but I was like he's not. You know, you want to have somebody actually look like this motherfucker,
You
not
talking about
kind of
Big
look
Court?
like him. Yeah, not
Big.
kind of look like him, but you just gotta have that.
I
You know
hope
what I'm
Big Court
saying?
don't see this. Like what the hell Prince saying?
No, I'm just being for real. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like that'd be cool because he's a basketball dude. He looks like he could play the shit out of a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Or
Okay,
just make a
okay,
new. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? I think he can make a bad guy. He could be a horrible person. You know, the nicest people are the assholes. Or you can play the asshole, the best assholes ever. And they
All
play the
right.
villain better.
Big
Like
shout
this
out Big
one,
Court if you see this. Big shout out to Big Court.
I think he can do it.
All right.
Either him or like somebody like mm, I'm trying to think of another big guy. I'm thinking of big guys that can actually look as the bully.
uh what's his name? Rampage Jackson?
Rampage could be, yeah, he could be pretty
He's a
good at
big
it.
dude. He's a
Yeah,
big
he's pretty
dude.
good. I'm trying to think of somebody who's an actor though, who could really do it. I'm trying to think. What's that one dude? He played off the new Rocky. Not Rocky, but Creed.
Oh, Creed. You talking about what's his name? Damn. What's
You
his
know what
name?
I'm talking
Jonathan
about?
Majors?
I think
His
yeah,
name-
Jonathan Major. I could kind of see him. I can
That
either
would that
see
would be for him to get into Last Friday. That was kind of be what his comeback film after all this
yeah after all the shit that he did. Yeah, I think that would be his
that he's going through
comeback.
around his court case and shit, being dropped out of kind of his villain role with Marvel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that
Mm.
would be his comeback role. You know what I mean? I think that would be him. Or it's another dude. I know it's another dude. I'm just can't think of his name. It's so many of them because at the end of the day, we just don't know their names. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes I
yeah.
don't know the names because it'd be
Well,
so quick. It sucks, but like people like that, you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Or just gotta have a good story without John Witherspoon. I ain't gonna lie, man. But they did it
Okay,
without
what you
John
say?
Witherspoon before.
What you mean?
They kind of did. They kind of did it without John Witherspoon. Tell you the truth, they kind of did it without the mom either.
But
Well,
well, there
John
was some
Witherspoon
kind
was
of
really hard.
inkling of pops in each
Excited.
movie and a mom. You know, in each movie, you know, Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next, you had that comedic part from pops in each movie.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
So
My brain.
he had a special part in each movie. So they didn't really leave him out because you
They
know
ain't
in
changed that,
Friday
but they. Yeah,
he had the shitting scene. You
yeah.
know, where the dog is chasing him. You know, he had that part. Next Friday, another shitting scene when he kicked Stanley out of the bathroom and had the burrito.
Yeah,
Put the hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Stanley. Of course, you
and
know
then Friday after
Stanley's gonna be in
next,
it.
he
Yeah,
had the landlord that was in love with him. How
yeah,
about Big
yeah,
Willie D?
yeah. Big Willie
Grab-
D. Yeah,
You know, he had
that'd
that.
be crazy. Joker gets out.
Huh?
That'd be crazy. It'd be like a whole. It'd be like a fucking Avengers. Like you'll see Joker come out with fucking.
So
What's his face name in fucking Sticky Fingers? Because Sticky Fingers, everybody forgot that Sticky Fingers was in
yeah, he
damn
played Debo's little brother.
little brother. Yup,
That helped break him out in next Friday.
yup. Next Friday, Felicia comes back. You know what I'm saying? Clean. That'd be
But I
crazy.
don't know. But I don't know if she'll come back because she said in interviews before that I think that was the backlash from it from playing that role was like the worst thing she's ever done. As far as I've seen on her interviews, like she didn't feel too hot after
But
doing the movie and
I think people when they and I hate that because they oh well why Felicia, because yeah, you hear that all the time and I understand that, but it's just like, yo, it was a job well done. That means you played your part. Like for
mm-hmm.
instance, if I made
Because you know, going back to House Party, she was in House Party 3. She
yeah,
played Kid's fiance. That's the same
Beyonce,
woman.
right,
So
right.
she went from
I'd be
the good
but
girl
this
from
is
that one.
the thing. I would talk about that before more than I would talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even with that, people still gonna say, "Bye, Felicia." That's just that's normal. They made that normal. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
cult classic.
And
It's
even
like,
they brought that back when Straight Outta Compton came out when um
yeah,
Sway Jr. said it. And that was
yeah,
I guess that was improvised. Like that wasn't even
yeah.
supposed to be in the movie, but he said it
No,
and
it
they
wasn't.
kept it in there.
And they kept it in. It really wasn't. It really wasn't supposed to be in there. 'Cause at
Mm-mm.
that time, they wasn't saying no bye Felicia and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Picked up
But
the
even with
hotel
that,
room.
because
It
when I
just
talked
fit.
to when I talked to when I talked to it was like we wasn't fucking in the goddamn room together. We had our own separate. We had our own separate rooms. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't messing
Hmm.
around, sleeping with girls all in the same room. You know what I mean? It's just something that they add, knowing that everybody's gonna laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just even with that though, even with that, it's still something that make a moment out of it and embrace it. Hell, you see, Genuine still doing the same dance and everybody loving that. You know what I mean? With the same OG. So, I mean, you just gotta embrace it. Some people don't know how to embrace it because they don't. They never know. You know what I mean? How big
Yeah.
that moment was, and then they finally get it. Maybe she's just still at that moment of maybe that's what it is. Even with this music, and even with the album, man. Like the album, go back to Brother the Tongue. The album could have just really could have been Kevlar. Could have been Kevlar, but he wanted a season of six too. because it really was just, you know what I mean? I feel like, and I'm not, it's just me, and this is just a question. Do you think people are gonna take this as a letdown to the album of, you know what I'm saying, of this last project?
The season of Sickness 2?
Yeah, do you think they're, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of people gonna feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Now
Nah,
they
I think just me comparing it to Season of the Sickness 1 to having this album come out. I don't think a
yeah,
lot of people are. I think there's gonna be like, it's a good album for a Brother Song to
yeah,
do, to come back with, showing that he's going back independent, and doing his thing,
yeah,
bringing this album out independently for Season of Sickness
yeah,
2. And it's a cool album, and so in some way, him going back to, the origins of Season of Sickness, not creating a copy album but a sequel to that. Like, that's where his mindset was at the time doing this album. Like,
right,
this is going to be like the continuation of Seeing the Sickness, and just call it two. And a
right,
lot of times what we get, like, with sequel albums, it's like, okay, what are they going to do with compared to the first one? Like, another
yeah,
sequel album that hasn't come out yet, but they're saying gonna come out yet, is that Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre said that they're gonna bring out a sequel to
yeah,
Doggy Style and call it
yeah,
Missionary.
yeah,
So is it gonna be anything like Doggy Style? We don't know. Is it just gonna be another album that Dr. Dre produced for Snoop and it's gonna be on Death Row? We don't know what the sequel is gonna be, because
yeah.
they're not calling it Doggy Style 2, they're calling it Missionary, supposedly.
Missionary. Yeah.
So,
It's like the grown
um,
version of Doggy Style. That's what I'm feeling.
so I can't think of right off the top of my head the sequels to albums that have worked like that.
Yeah.
With Friday's sequels, Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next worked. All three of those worked
Yeah.
without some of the original cast, but the formula worked for those movies. After it's been so many years to bring out this one, that hopefully they still keep the name Last Friday. I think they need to bring out as many originals as they possibly can, especially Chris Tucker. I think he needs to
Yeah.
be in this one, no matter what.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to smoke weed to make it funny. If he's supposed
Right.
to get out of rehab and whatever.
Right.
I'm still trying to think of other sequel, like go back to music rather than movies. Um,
Right.
shit, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'll probably think about it later. What
Yeah.
albums came out that they did a sequel to?
Well, they did a lot of sequels before.
Yeah.
They did the Purple Tape too. I think they, yeah, back for the Cuban, was it uh Return of the Cuban Links or something like that? What was that? What was that weird crime shit? I think
Oh,
Dr. Dre
Raekwon.
actually was
Oh, they
that
only built for Cuban links.
only built for Cuban Links too. All right, back at it.
All right. So last we was talking about only built for Cuban links 2, the sequel to that. That's where we
Yeah,
last left off on.
yeah, the
And
sequels.
sequels, yeah, sequels for albums and movies. But I was stuck on sequels to albums.
Yeah.
So here's one I just thought of. The Game. He did the documentary, and he had a documentary 2 and 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good
Yeah.
as documentary, the original.
Nah, it wasn't. He tried. I mean,
Yeah, he had some cool
he
songs on
tried.
it, but it wasn't
But
the
didn't it get?
documentary.
Did it? Wasn't it produced by? No, it wasn't even really fully produced by Dr. Dre.
Uh,
But it really, even with that, I mean, you still have to have 50 on documentary because I feel like that was a G Unit album.
yeah, yeah. It was a G Unit Aftermath album.
Nah, it
Definitely.
wasn't. Yeah, it
No?
was just a game album. It was a good album still.
Yeah,
You
for the
know, it was a great
documentary
album.
too. Yeah, it was a game album with a bunch of other producers. But the documentary, the original, was an Aftermath G Unit album.
Yeah, album. Yeah, it was kind of like 50 Cent album, like what they was doing with Aftermath and Shady. They was trying to do it with Aftermath and G Unit, which it was kind of crazy because I would think it would be Shady and G Unit. You know what I mean? But it was Dr. Dre's guy. You know what I'm saying? It was Dr. Dre's artist, really, that he was trying to push. So
And the same for Eminem with Marshall Mathers LP. I don't think Marshall Mathers
two,
LP two
yeah,
was not gonna top MMLP one.
right. And that comes, you know what I'm saying, as because he was trying to. It felt like he was trying to kill the Slim Shady. You know what I'm saying?
He's still
And
trying to
it,
kill him with this new album. It's about to come out. What is about to come out? What I got
uh,
conflicting dates. Is it July 12th?
it just had it just they finally did the date. It's next week,
Yeah, I think it's
the
July
12th.
12th.
Which I think they already leaked it that it was supposed to be July 12th. It was supposed to be July 12th. They just never said anything about it, which we figured that it was going to be on. So we
Yeah,
knew it was coming soon. He
I just
said
looked it
summer,
up. It's July 12th.
yeah, because it said summer, and at the end of the day, I know the summer can go till August, but yeah, he might as well drop it in July 12th, which is cool because I'm
They just dropped
am.
another
I know,
trailer for it today.
yeah. Oh, Toby came out today.
Oh, it did? Oh shit! I gotta check that out.
Yeah, gotta check it out. It's
Okay.
with Baby Tron and Big Sean.
And Big Sean,
That's
yeah,
kind of crazy combination. I guess he's
yeah.
trying to do it like, you know, the Detroit type of, Michigan type of scene. You know what I mean? You got the new, you got the, saying the freshmen, you got the, what I mean? You got the OG.
And
That's
I
what
think
vibe is
and I
doing.
think they're looking at it that way, like Eminem is the Toby, the one that brought Spider-Man back to the movie era, because then they brought what's his name? What is his name? The second Spider-Man for the Amazing Spider-Man, and now you got
Kobe Keith. Oh, what was his name?
no, Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland. Yeah,
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 it's the third one. But then you also got Miles Morales from the animated. But so is that supposed to be Big Sean?
yeah.
Because
That's
I
what
think they're doing
basically.
the
That's
whole
what it is.
three Spider-Man type thing for Toby.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
to listen to the song and see where they go with it. Hopefully they come out
yeah.
with a video for it.
He's a big, huge Marvel fan, which is cool though. It's very dope
Hmm.
because I love comic books, and I think we all like comic books, but I also always like superheroes. Always love the Batman. I love Spider Man. I love
Hmm.
Purple, even though I think I always loved DC more because of the history of it, but
Okay.
also I love Marvel even better because they're just rambunctious and they're cool and they're more creative as than what I mean. They're more creative with their comic books and their movies and anything more than DC. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to keep it simple and straight to the story of their comic books. You know what I mean?
So
Which
about
they don't
Marvel?
care. You know,
We talking about
which
Marvel, keeping it simple?
no, no, not Marvel keeping it simple. I'm talking about DC keeping it simple.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
their stories, because
I think that's
they're
because I think Marvel is making it more difficult for themselves by trying to intertwine all these movies together. Not this
Yeah,
what's taking them so long to bring out these next movies because now, like, how far are you going to go with these connections? With it, I understood, the metaverse and all that, it's been interesting, but
I
now it's
think
like,
yeah.
where are you
What
connecting
went
everyone?
wrong is they should have kept every character besides, doing too many TV shows. When they was doing the TV shows, I think it kind of watered it down because it was just like, okay, we actually just need the story from all three of them before you it, 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 sure they have a good, meaning of why people want to, tap into them. Like they did with Hulk and Spider-Man. But it was just like they just like once till they got to Arrow and all the all the other ones,
Yeah,
it was all over the place. You know what I mean? Which they
yeah.
make badass motherfucking movies because they got badass movies. They keep good ass movies. But the thing is, the storylines be fucked up. It's just like how did Iron Man all of a sudden just gathered everybody, to face, Iron Man to face all these villains. See, it's just like, oh yeah, here, let's think of this group, the Avengers. Like, it wasn't like the way I don't think the books have been. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it
Yeah.
on task with the concept. You know what I mean? But they always have good endings, might sometimes, but sometimes it'd be hit and miss. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
like the last one was the end games where everybody dying. Like it's just like, damn, you can't killing them.
Yeah, killed
Was
everybody, but they
what was
essentially
the
killed
story?
Iron Man. They wasn't able to bring Iron Man back, but they're talking about him coming back on another movie
Yeah,
or something like that. So we'll see what
even with
happens.
the
But
X-Men shit, they unkilled Wolverine. I don't know how many times. They
well,
killed,
that's the thing, though, to heal himself. So
yeah. And even with the Wolverine story, like it's just like it's just jumping all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Now they got Wolverine and Deadpool. It's just like, how the fuck did we get to that yet? If we didn't even see, you didn't even give us a little snippet. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little snippet of what, okay, this is what's leading up to. You know what I'm saying? Instead
yeah,
of, we got to guess. You know what I mean?
we got to
It's
see the
just,
movie to see how they do that, how they put it together, how did Wolverine get into the Deadpool universe?
yeah.
You
And
know,
then he's really actually wearing the fucking suit that everybody been loving to see from, Wolverine. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it's
And I guess
on
I seen a
Deadpool.
little clip where I guess Sabretooth Tiger is in it too.
Yeah.
So.
I'd rather see Gambit. That's I always been wanting to see. I don't think they treated Gambit with
Yeah,
justice.
no, they cheated again, but they didn't give him a good role.
Think I
Like
give him a good role. Like
uh,
that was horrible. Gambit shouldn't
Gambit
have
was
been.
huge. You
Gambit
know,
was the one of the greatest, and that's another thing. Like you ain't even done one of Gambit yet. Like all these Wolverine movies. Yeah, I
there
understand,
was I did see something a trailer for a Gambit movie, but it,
but they
it
never
never
did.
came out.
Never came out.
Yeah,
How can
I do
you?
remember seeing a trailer for it.
And that was the thing. How can you not talk about Gambit? Everybody loved Gambit. It's like
Hmm.
I it's like not talking about Green Lantern. Like what the fuck? Where is Green Lantern? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he's a Justice League and he's an Avenger. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to talk about these, like and that's the little thing with DC too. Like trying to compete, they was too busy trying to compete with each other instead of going to the comic books. You know what I mean? With some of the tasks. And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, even with this music shit, like, I feel like, even with this, what I'm saying, the shady character, M, he never ceased to amaze me because he's so wonderful, and then like the dude is just dope. And I'm not even just saying that because this motherfucker's on my face. It's just like he's so dope. You never know what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You never know what he's gonna do next. You know what I mean? That's what I always loved about him because you never know what he's gonna do next. You know what I mean? And really, all of them tell you the truth. Snoop too. I mean, they all got that. What are they gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Even if you feel like you're gonna get let down, you don't know what's gonna go happen next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even with this Death to Slim Shady, I'm thinking so far so good. I mean, shit, I ain't never think we ever get a reboot of Without Me. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like, and it was spot on too. Like, can't get no better. And they want to cancel him. That let you know Slim Shady out. Hey, the Slim Shady's back.
So
Which I figured. I kind of figured that. I kind of figured that just by when I was talking to Denon and with the interview that never came out.
why it didn't come out?
Thanks, Ryan.
Huh?
Ryan. Ryan delete. I don't know how he. I don't know. He never recorded. I guess. And no, he unplugged the Zoom by accident. He trying to hook up his mic,
You want me to
and
edit that
he
part out?
no keep that because Ryan needs to see that because Ryan do because he know because he gotta always gotta think like damn I did mess that up because this is the only second time he did that.
Okay. But
Whenever
I wanted
he
to
had
say that I did look up Gambit. There was a movie, but it was unproduced, and Disney axed it in May of 2019. So Channing
yeah, we
Tatum was
don't
going to
know
play Gambit.
Tanning Taylor.
Channing Tatum was going to play Gambit. Here, I'll show you the picture
Will he
that
look good
came up.
as Gambit? I can't see him as Gambit.
Hold on, I'm going to show you the picture that came up when it. Hold on.
Does he
See
really
if I can
look
get
like
it.
Gambit?
Yeah, I mean, when I want to show you this picture, you're going to see it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see if I can get this picture up right, and I'll share my screen. It'll come up right. Not these ads playing and shit.
Yeah, but when I was talking to him, I could kind of figure that they must have been up to something. I knew they was up to something because I even when I do something and I be fanned out, I still be thinking like, okay, something must be up. And still, I'm gonna give you this exclusive too. So we're gonna actually get this exclusive. I think whenever we was talking to him and I'm I was like, maybe one day I could ask this dude because he said because I was trying to get a story out from Proof because I told him I was like any dope story of Proof. He's like, yeah, whenever um Proof pranked Proof pranked when Proof pranked Eminem. He's a but M's got to tell y'all. So I'm over here thinking, what do you mean by that? That's the whole thing. And then the dude saw my face. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
But then I knew something to me was like, you know, your spidey senses start tingling. You know what I mean? And
You see it? Yeah.
this is cool. I didn't know I could do this. He actually well look he actually looks I ain't gonna lie, he might
Yeah.
pull it out. Yeah, he might can pull it off. He had to.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
he might
some.
have to.
I mean, when they had him in
Yeah,
costume, I guess, and there's a whole trailer for it.
he actually did pull it. He can pull it off. I didn't know he didn't. Damn, he looks spot on. They actually look spot on.
Yeah, I guess there was a whole trailer for it too. I don't know if I can show that here. For the shoot, for the show. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And they scrapped it.
Shit. Look, they had Cyclops in there too.
Oh shit! Pizzo. Pizzo's calling. Wow!
Yeah, that's it.
Wow! Wow! And
Yeah,
and they scrapped it.
that's what it said. Disney pulled the plug in 2019, so 5 years ago. But maybe somebody else can pick it up. You
Maybe
know.
somebody else can pick it up. The only thing is wrong with that is he's still got the shaved head. I mean, we don't want to see him with shaved. You gotta actually look like the motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
look like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta look like the comic book. Cause people gonna be like, man, we know it's Channing Tatum dressed up like Gambit. You know what I mean?
It would work. It would work right now if they brought it out now. It would work, I think.
Yeah, it will work.
So
It will work.
me and my wife, we just watched Blue Beetle finally, and that was
What is
pretty
it?
cool. Yeah,
Was what?
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Was that good?
it was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I had to watch. I'm just now tuning in watching movies. I haven't been trying to. I've been watching
So,
too many old movies. I'm going back to
so
watching.
it's pretty much the Mexican version of Black Panther.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Mexican. It's
Yeah.
Mexican.
So it's like a mix with Spider-Man and Black Panther, but Mexican.
Mexican. Yeah. Okay. Now that's dope though. That's
Yeah, a
actually
few
dope.
parts in there is, Spanish American, Mexican American, you got the Spanish subtitles and everything when they talk Spanish, but majority of it's in
Right.
English, but it gives Mexicans their superhero.
Right.
And I think that's what the Blue Beetle was after Black Panther, and Spider-Man and all that. It mixes those two together to me.
Right.
And
Right.
so by the end of it, hopefully there comes a sequel out of it, the way they ended the movie. So it's one of those type of endings.
Oh really? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna most importantly do another one. They're gonna do another sequel to it. It's
So
kind of like Black Adam. They're gonna do another sequel to that because you can tell.
I was just talking about that the other day too. It's like they need to come out with a Black Adam too.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it, even though some people I don't think some people was trying to act like it wasn't good. I was like, dude, it was good.
Because some movies don't think you would come out with a sequel for. Like I don't think we needed a sequel for Jumanji. I don't know. Or maybe that's just me.
No,
I don't
we
think we
really
need a
didn't.
sequel for
We
Jumanji.
don't need one. We didn't need one. Some, some of them, you just be like, why you do that?
I mean,
Why
the
you
original
do that?
Jumanji didn't have a sequel to it. It's just one movie. They were one and done. So you bring it back,
Yeah.
okay, that should be one and done too.
I mean, some of them like Superfly too. Like, ain't nobody leave Superfly alone. Like, leave
I
Superfly.
actually like the new version of Superfly.
I hated that shit. I just like, I didn't like it. It was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no Curtis Mayfield on that bitch. I don't want to hear it. It don't give me no, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like if you're gonna have a, if you're gonna have a sequel of one of the greatest out, and just one of the greatest black exploitation movies ever that
Okay.
made a lot of people. You got to make sure you do right on the movie, on the soundtrack. It's gotta blow it out the water.
Okay, so I went up you on that one. I got another one for you then. You talk about blaxploitation. Shaft.
But see,
See,
we
Shaft the
know,
original was good.
yeah.
Blaxploitation. Then they redid it with Samuel L. Jackson. It was good. Should have been a one and done. But then they kept going.
Well,
And
they should have just left that alone.
yeah, they messed it up after the sequel after that one.
It was good. Even the soundtrack was good. But see, you see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at with
Yeah.
that? It should have been like Shaft. Should have been like Shaft. You know what I mean? It did. It
Should have
wasn't.
been one and done.
It
You
should
bring
have had
back
that.
that. That was good. Samuel L. Jackson, Busta Rhymes was in it. Had a part. Even Christian Bale was in it as the rich, spoiled brat son.
Brad,
You know,
people's. I forgot
he
what
was the
dude.
son that was getting away with murder.
Yeah,
And then they brought a. I don't think I think watched the sequel to that one where they brought the original Shaft into it, and then they had the
Rick
son in there. I
Rogers.
think I watched that one time.
Oh yeah, you talk about that last one.
Yeah, the sequel to that
That
one, I
last
believe it
one was
was.
yeah, that was good. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they could have
Yeah,
just left it alone.
yeah,
Left it alone,
yeah.
or at least. But I think this what happened though. It wasn't from John Singleton.
True.
John
Yeah,
Singleton did
yeah,
good on it.
yeah.
He did justice. Some directors ain't good at that shit. You actually got to be a John Singleton or Spike Lee to do some shit like that. But then even with Spike Lee, you can't even see Spike Lee because he tried to do a TV show of She's Gotta Have It, and nobody fucked with that. You know what I mean?
I didn't. I think that's the first I've heard of those. She Gotta Have a TV show. I didn't
Yeah,
even know that. I don't
yeah.
remember
She gotta have it, and that lets you know nobody gave a damn about it. It was like,
what was
why
the
would
other
you do
one?
that? You know?
Uh,
And he's good. He's one of the greatest directors. And he still could he missed. So that let you know.
yeah, I don't think John Singleton did a sequel to any of his movies.
Hell no. He
He
knew he had.
he was one
Because
and
you know
done with.
how long everybody wanted to hustle and flow?
Huh?
They wanted to hustle and flow too so bad.
Oh yeah,
Never got
yeah,
it.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
because
Empire.
that's a one and done movie too. Just leave it alone.
Yes, yeah, leave it alone.
We don't need to know what happened
Just
after
leave
he
it
went to
alone.
jail. You know, we don't need to know what happened. We've seen, at the end after, the one girl took over.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that's
Four
the one.
Brothers, leave it alone.
Yeah,
Mr.
just leave it alone.
Society, leave it alone. They was gonna try to do a Mr. Society. Thank God they didn't. Leave it alone. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
they
Because
want to
how
make
would
a
you really do that?
Scarface.
I mean, how would you even do that with Kane being killed at the end? You would have to
Yep.
do that with the Hughes brothers, but how would you even do that? You're
Game
gonna do it to
one.
where the little boy grows up,
Yeah.
you
Becoming a
know,
killer.
and it wasn't even
But
his
they
son,
was
but
moving.
he was
They
gonna play
was moving
stepdaddy.
too. Yeah.
You gonna bring back
Yeah.
Glenn Plummer because he was the one in jail and get out of jail. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a lot that you got to do with that story to bring Menace to
It's,
Society back.
it's like trying to bring Boys in the Hood 2 back. You know what I'm saying? Dober dead. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Dober got a
Joey
kid too.
gone, Ricky gone,
Yep.
Trey went off to college, and Brandy.
Yep.
Chris is
Right.
gone. The dude that was
Right.
in the wheelchair, he was gone.
They were going to try to do a Nino Brown. I thought they was going to try to do.
I seen
Uh,
something about that. I seen something about that.
I just seen something like that, but thank God they didn't,
Yeah,
because they would
no,
have
that's not
screwed
gonna
up on
work.
that too.
The main people that died at the end, that ain't gonna work.
Right? I mean, look. Like Posse just came out. A new era Posse came out, and nobody ain't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? It just some things just need to be left alone.
what was it
You
done by
know?
Mario Band Peoples?
Yep. And he
It
was
was
doing
done
the
by him.
exact same thing he was doing with his dad on Posse, the same way he was doing with his son. And nobody still haven't talked about it. And I
Oh,
think he was the one that kicked off the cowboy shit before Beyonce, but everybody ain't give him no recognition.
yeah,
You know, he kicked it off, and I still want to watch the movie because I know, you know, it's black owned. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And it's
No, for
Posse.
sure.
It's a sequel of Posse.
Mhm.
Even though
Yeah,
the gang ain't in it. Tone Loc dead. You know what I'm saying? Father Dime got killed. You know?
yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like with movies when people die in a movie. I mean, because with Black Panther, they could have did it to where they brought Killmonger back and became good.
Yeah.
Had to wait
I
for them
was gonna
again
call. I
to
was gonna call
convert.
Pizzo, but Pizzo was gonna talk, and I know him. He'll talk forever. He'll talk it
Who's that?
out.
Pizzo.
Yeah, yeah. The Pizzo calls. He'll call randomly,
Oh,
call
okay.
randomly just to talk to you, just to
He's
talk to you,
recording, right?
and yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I know. I know. You know. He'll talk. You know what I mean? And we'll talk, and we'll talk for hours. You know what I'm saying? Me too. I'll talk his head off just like he'll talk mine. So,
Okay.
it's always love.
Yeah, yeah,
Always
I
love.
feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, let me see. And I looked, I was like, okay.
Okay.
Back to the, where were we at? Where were we?
Um, I mean, we were still talking about sequels. I forget where we exactly left off at.
Let's talk about sequels. But this is the thing, right? With the sequels, right? Because
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about it. With these sequels that, you know, kind of like, coming out. You got
Yeah.
Eminem,
Yeah.
you got, and you got, Missionary coming out.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, that is
All
what
of
they
them
talked about. So hopefully, because when Dre and Snoop get together and they announce project's gonna come out, that's probably with at least with Dre. We can't believe it until we see it. We were
Yeah.
anticipating Detox for the longest time, but we didn't get Detox. We got Compton.
Yeah, we got Compton. Yeah. What
So,
I love Compton. Like
yeah,
people
I
still
like it.
say people,
Got some joints on there.
it was bullshit because people was like, I was hearing on Clubhouse, they was like, "Oh, well, Compton was trash." I'm like, "No, it wasn't. It wasn't trash. It just it didn't come out in the right moment. It didn't. It came out like we thought that it was like okay, this ain't Detox, but this is Compton. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm.
thought that was like kind of his way of like what Jay-Z did with American Gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it was like basically like you know what I'm saying the soundtrack for you know for Straight Outta Compton. That's what I felt.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily a soundtrack, but it was like he did say that doing that movie inspired him to bring out this music and call it
Yeah,
Compton because it wasn't directly a soundtrack because they had to straight out the Compton soundtrack, which
that
is pretty much
soundtrack.
a greatest hits album because they already had a bunch of NWA greatest hits albums come out already,
Right.
but so they just really just the straight out of Compton soundtrack is really in NWA greatest hits album. So Compton, I
Yeah.
think, was a project that just a bunch of music that inspired him to bring out an album. But for that
Kind of like
time, we
that's
were
why I said
wanting.
like that's
You
why
said
I
what?
said kind of like was Jay inspired by the
American
American
Gangster.
Gangster?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was basically it was like led to, but I felt like it was more of a soundtrack to that. You know what I mean? The same way I felt like that was the soundtrack to American Gangster because
Mhm.
even though it had nothing to do with the movie. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that's what it felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because just the concept of it. For
Yeah.
also, it's
Some
just
of them,
like
cause some of them were bangers on that album. I mean, but like at
yeah,
first, like the first couple of tracks, I was thrown off until I got to Genocide. It was like I think it was track 3 on there. I got to
genocide.
Genocide. Oh my goodness. You know.
That's the one by that's I think was them joints on there. I think that's what gave me them joints, and I never knew who. That's when I didn't even look at the credits, and
Yeah. Yeah.
until
Yeah.
last year, and I was like, that was them joints. I was like, really? I was like, yo, that was one of my favorite songs. Yeah, because
Mhm.
Genocide was one of the ones. I like the one for
Yeah.
the love of money with John Connor too. I did like that one. I did like all in the
I
force.
don't know. It was cool. It was cool.
It was cool.
It
And
was
you like
cool.
the one with, what I'm saying, Diary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even
I
though the
like
one
diary. Yeah, talking to my diary. Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
diary gave us okay, it
yeah. It
felt
was.
like it was a grown album. And that's
It
what
was
I'm
like
thinking.
genocide. Um, Dark Side slash Gone. Uh, was it Deepwater?
Yeah,
Status Fiction and
yeah.
Menace. Oh, Animals and Menace and Men.
Minister Man, yeah. And
Yeah,
that was so crazy though. Yeah, for love of money. It was just like, okay, we finally gonna get a Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's why I thought. I thought it was just like, are you gonna sneak a little bit of Bone because you got Bone Thugs and Harmony in there? You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. I was kind of. I think that's why I probably was kind of disappointed in that song, but I
yeah.
still
'Cause
loved it.
you would
Still,
think, but it also wasn't a Dre produced track either. So
yeah, true, true,
'cause it shows
true.
here that somebody named Cardiac produced it.
Cardiac. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, Cardiac did do that. You know, it's
Yeah.
so crazy. I almost talked to that. I talked to him. I
Oh,
talked to
for real?
Cardiac. No, no cap. He's the one that I think he did something off of Shady too. I
Okay.
think he was under I think he was under the production team too at one time.
Yeah, because Dre,
Same as
he did
Focus.
do, yeah, Dim Joyce did do Genocide.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. And
Yeah.
and I remember who Dim Jones was. I just couldn't remember his name. I couldn't remember his name until I actually did it. You know what I'm saying? And I started studying, and then I found out. You know what I'm saying? Because the only person I was tuned into was Okay, Denon, because he didn't say nobody but Denon when we
Okay.
did the interview. When we did the
Okay.
interview, he was like Denon and his buddies. I'm like, okay, who's Denon and his buddies? Oh, Dim Joints and Focus. And I was like,
Okay.
I said they sound familiar, but then I was like, I had to go back and dig, and I was like, I was like, holy shit, these motherfuckers made some of my favorite songs, especially out of that camp. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I actually had an
And
online talk with Focus before some years back when me and B Style was gearing up to do Out of Nowhere too, and we had a joint from a beat that it was just a beat that Focus did, and I wanted to get permission from Focus to do a song to one of his tracks. And it was like, we're just doing this for a mixtape. I just want your blessing. He was talking about because he was already under Aftermath, already under Dre, that he had to charge me. So I was like, damn. We just doing this
yeah,
mixtape. We're getting it giving away for free. We're not getting no money from it. So I was like, if he's gonna charge me for the beat, even though B was cool with paying for the beat, but for
yeah,
me, if we're not profiting off of this, I just want your
yeah,
blessing.
yeah, just
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
he wasn't going off of that. He was like, I'm the Dre now. I'm under Dre now. I'm on the Aftermath. So it was seeming like he had
That
to charge
don't
me. So I
make
was like,
sense.
okay, we gonna do our track.
No knocking that. You know what I'm saying? It's no knocking that.
Yeah, I'm not
But
knocking him at all. I'm not knocking
no,
him.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
it's
no,
business.
no. I'm talking about with him. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because there's no knocking what he's saying, but I'm just like, come on. Like, if you actually, sometimes you got to take that risk. You know what I mean? Even if you are a Dr. J guy, you got to take that risk. You got to be relentless. Like, that's one thing I loved about Tobin. When Tobin said relentless, you got to go for what you know and to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what.
You're frozen. You're freezing. You're freezing. You're
Oh,
freezing.
am I
Cutting out.
freezing again? My
Damn, yeah,
stuff
you're
is
freezing bad. Can you hear me?
oh snap. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Am
You're
I,
freezing really bad.
damn.
Yeah, you're frozen again. You still there? I don't hear you at all no more. Oh, damn. You lost you. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Come on back, Prince.
Okay, how does it look now?
Okay, you back. You back. You back.
Okay, and that's what I liked about Tobin is because he said you got to be relentless. You got to be risk taker, and I think that's what's messing with that camp because when you hold something back and then when you don't give the blessing, it totally knocks the creativity to the other person. That's why I don't ever like matter if I ever see somebody gets inspired and they'll take something from me,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's good or not. It's just like okay, whether you give me my blessings or not, like you want somebody to make sure that gets you where you getting so it can thrive your music longer. I mean that's what hip hop is and that's what music is.
Yeah.
Even if you do create something and you want to reinvent something and it be dope, it's good. It's okay to do that. You being selfish with your music, being just like, oh, I don't want nobody to touch it. Sometimes you gotta let people touch it. That's what I love about George Clinton. George Clinton don't give a fuck long as the funk is alive.
Yeah, yeah.
because he could got rid of everything on the Chronic. The whole Chronic was damn near a Parliament album.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Oh
It
yeah.
is just
Yeah.
like you got to look at it, man. Just be blessed on doing what you're doing, and maybe I don't think and I love it. I love focus, but sometimes people just gotta understand, man. This is music, man, for real.
I mean,
Especially
we
with
still got the
blessings.
rough draft to it, and we was even gonna put that's the track we was gonna put Looney Corleone onto it. So, but
Ooh,
we didn't make that happen. So, but I still got it on the hard drive. What B
could
style
make
had
that
put to
happen.
it.
Well, we still could make that happen. That would be dope.
Well,
That'd be
hopefully you still
dope.
got the acapella and I can switch the beat up. But easily that's what I was
Right,
gonna do back then though. But I don't have the acapella to it to switch the beat up.
right, right. And if did
Um,
he hear it? No, he probably didn't even get the chance to hear it, didn't he?
nah, nah, nah. It's probably still on. I don't even know if he still got it. I wonder, but I still got a rough draft to it.
Because
Um,
he's a bad motherfucker. I would have told him to a bad people. I mean, you could tell the people like, and I know he did, man. I know, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. Deep down, you'll be like, God damn it! Now I understand why. Because that's one thing about people. Maybe it was a bad choice. A lot of us did it. Trust me, I done did it before with bad choices that I should have just been like, you know what, fuck it, just do it, and never did it. It
okay,
maybe was a bad choice to him because it was fresh in the game, and a lot of people probably was asking him too.
mm,
But damn, that would have been dope, and it would
yeah,
have been dope to have because B is so talented, and y'all so talented, so it would have
hmm
been only right, especially off of out of nowhere. That shit would have been crazy.
yeah.
That
We
would have been
like because
crazy.
I flipped a Jay Dilla beat on there, the one that he did.
Whew.
Um, which one was that? I think it was gotta keep pushing. Yeah, I think
Mm,
I flipped that one. That was a Jay
mm,
Dilla beat.
that'd be hard.
Yeah,
See,
I think
that'd
that
be
was
dope.
the. No, that was on there. I was on there on the nowhere mixtape. It was on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I think I heard it. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard that album. I heard that album. Me and Q played the shit out of that album. Played the shit
I
out of
don't
that
remember
album.
if
Every
that was
time we
your
got in the
backtrack.
car, every time I record with Q, he made sure he played that album, and we basically played that whole album like until we got to our destination. Like, and then we still, even when we got back in the car, we still playing that album. It was
Yeah.
that, and because I burned him a CD. I remember I burned him a CD because he wanted it was random too. He wanted Coming Out Hard by 8 Ball and MJG. I don't know.
Oh,
He just
okay.
wanted that. He just like, you know what? I wanted 8 Ball and MJG. You think you about burn me that CD? And I was like, hell yeah. Sorry, 8 Ball and MJG, but yeah, I was burning y'all shit too. I'm taking your shit too. But it was just like every day he'll play that. Every time we got in the car, and it will play 8 Ball and MJG Coming Out Hard, and we'll probably
Okay.
play that out. We'll
Okay.
play it out every day, every day. People they hated it. Some people hated it. Like Boogie hated it. Like oh shit, I said his name. Oh well, he knew. There's a lot of people who hated it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but at the end of the day, we loved it. We didn't give a fuck. And the people who was fucking with us loved it too. So, but
Oh,
at
okay.
the end of the day, some people was like, why you gotta play it all the time? I was like, well, shit, people was playing out. We was used to play out. My girl the report card. We play that CD out. That and Carter 1, 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just like we just playing our songs, our CDs out. People hated it because you had to be in the car. You had to be in the car. But we most importantly, we played that like
Okay. Yeah,
for the
I just listened to
whole.
the mixtape right quick. It wasn't Keep Pushing. It was All Day Hustling that I flipped from the
Ooh.
day that it was All Day Hustling. That's the track.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I remember now.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I listened because I met. Well, no, I got it now. I forgot. I forgot. I was about to say because I ain't got that piff, and I would always go back to that piff and got it, but I forgot. I got my book now. I got all those. I even got the one with the that y'all did um on that piff. It was on that piff too.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. All right. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. Beat style, DJ audio. What up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a J Dilla beat. R.I.P. J Dilla. Hard at it, it's automatic. Giving my all is my advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah, that was
definitely.
a Jay Dilla beat that I flipped.
That's
Looped a
right.
little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's dope. Hey, that shit was flat. That shit was slide though. That shit, hey, we played that motherfucker out. We played all that out. Played that out. Yo, but you be amazed, we was playing that out. Like for real. Every time we got in the car. And that's when Q had a car, we played that out. Like we played it out.
Appreciate that.
Drunk, lit as hell. Get in trouble. Listening to out of nowhere. Out of nowhere
Yeah.
and coming out hard.
There was only
Was
two
just
tracks on that mixtape that I didn't touch at all, which was um Tycoonin and Hustler's Pride.
okay.
Those are the only two tracks that I didn't have no input on really.
It was shit. It still was dope ass tape, man. It was one of them
Oh yeah.
classics for us.
Oh
It was
yeah.
most definitely a classic. Bro,
Oh
it
yeah.
inspired a lot of us because we really wanted to get into music and we really wanted to rap. Like, and we really wanted to rap because we always like B, B and my cousin and JR. Um, well, of course, saying Tech and and my other cousin, he's a legend from here, Steve, S to the B, and Court Dog. We
Okay.
always look at them, you know what I'm saying? They've been inspired. Even my bros with the DJ and shit, like, we was inspired by music, you know what I mean? My mom and shit. So,
Okay.
and we always was like, yo, man, we need to do something, you know what I mean? And we would be listening to that, and then we were right. Like, we're right. We're right raps. And it's
Okay.
because we got inspired by out of nowhere and shit. Like for real. Like that shit was cool. Like
Yeah.
and it was crazy because like that's what music do. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, music is passionate. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have that. And that's why I love about this year because it's taking everybody back to that. You know what I mean? Because last year was 50 years of hip hop and it was bullshit. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
bullshit. And
Yeah.
I'm happy. It's good to say that. It was bullshit,
Yeah.
People saying, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't saying all that shit about West Coast. And now look at B2. B2 Wars barely mentioned West Coast. You know what I'm saying? They mentioned the South more than they did the West Coast. And look now, you even got the vice president saying not like us. Like, you know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
still, you know what I'm saying? And it still wasn't that many, West Coast artists there. You know what I mean? It
And it's on the
just
West Coast.
it's on the West Coast.
They was in LA. You know,
West Coast,
um
they gave them, hey, guess what? What they give them? They give them the outside pregame. It was like, what the fuck?
yeah, like Too Short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A too short album minute. They should have gave him. They said, but see, that's the craziest thing, right? They go ahead and give Usher, who was, wrestling over the cornflakes with Diddy. And I love Usher. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the honorary award and stuff. Why did you get Too Short? Shoot, Too Short been in the game. You know what I mean? For I don't know how long.
Yeah, way longer than Usher.
Way longer than Usher. And no knocking the Usher, man, but I just feel like they only giving Usher that because of, the stuff. He went viral last year, you know what I'm saying? And the album came out, the good was good. And but the thing is, it was just like, he did the Super Bowl. Okay, cool. But y'all ain't even do Snoop Dogg yet. Y'all ain't even get Snoop Dogg his flowers yet. But you always want to have him at the, BET Awards.
It's always something different, like who they choose for who they giving the lifetime achievement awards to.
Yeah,
it is surprising that Usher would get it before a lot of people that came before him for a BET award.
Yeah, yeah. What's that thing? It just wasn't time for him to get one. It's cool. It's cool for me.
You think it was still early?
I think it was still early. I mean, Prince didn't get one until like what? 2000 and what was it, 2014 or something like that? Was it 2000 something like that? When Alicia Keys did that? When they did his lifetime achievement?
Oh, probably.
Look at James Brown didn't even get one like that. James Brown didn't get a lifetime achievement award like that. He got his like 2000 or something like that.
I thought he did. When
It was like
Michael Jackson came up on stage, I think that was his.
It was the early 2000s though.
Yeah.
It was in the 2000s. So if he can't get it, well, why did he jump in line?
Okay, so let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go this way. So James Brown, it was 03.
Yep. See. Yep.
It was 03. And Whitney got it 2 years before him. So there you go. Another person that got it before legendary people. Whitney got it before James Brown,
yep.
Gladys Knight, Diana Ross, the OJ, Patti LaBelle, even Patti LaBelle. Whitney got it before all them. Shaka Khan, Al Green, Prince,
Curtis Mayfield. Ain't even get one on Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, he ain't on this list at all.
Curtis Mayfield, Isaac Hayes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think they did Smokey. They already did Smokey, I think.
So it looks like 2001 is when they first did it, and they first honored Whitney Houston was the first one to get a BET Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, see they was all messed up right there.
And they already did. Why she get it in 22?
And see why he get it?
And look at he got hit 2 years ago.
Why he should jump line? Why Biggie ain't got it? He should give it to Biggie.
Biggie didn't have that long of a career.
Still, if it wasn't for his ass, it wouldn't be no Diddy. It wouldn't be no Diddy.
True.
We wouldn't even be talking about Diddy if it wasn't for Biggie.
No Diddy without Biggie.
Him, man. He be dancing in the, all in the videos. He he be still with, you know what I'm saying? He's still with what's his face? What's the old guy from uh Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? He died. I can't think of his name. He still be signing him.
Oh, you
Trying to
talking
get Craig Mack on.
Andre Harrell?
Yeah, Andre Harrell. Yeah.
Uptown.
Like, yeah, he would be on Uptown dancing in their videos. Trying to get in, you know what I'm saying? It's just real shit. Like, if it wasn't for Biggie, it wouldn't be nothing. It wouldn't be nothing. And Craig Mack. If it wasn't for Craig Mack, he really wouldn't have had nothing. He needed those two artists, and Craig Mack didn't get shit.
Yeah, Craig Mack left him after 2 albums also. So
Yeah. Craig Mack, I'm like, damn, man, y'all did Craig Mack dirty. He ain't even look behind. He ain't even look for Craig Mack. he just kept riding. It's just like, man, fuck Craig Mack. Shit, I started this.
Man.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. But how you gonna do that to Craig Mack like that, man? Craig Mack didn't do shit to you, man. He gave you a hit. He gave you the beats. I mean, he gave you the beats, but you gave him the beats or whatever. Y'all made this magic, and Craig Mack should be a billionaire with this dude.
I mean, all you got now
That's
is
how I feel.
royalties or whatever royalties Craig Mack got go to his family. Rest in peace to Craig Mack.
You know? And yeah, rest in peace to him. I'm glad that he gets his royalties, but the man dead
Hopefully,
now.
I'm saying hopefully. You know,
yeah, he can't even enjoy it, but as long as his family can enjoy it, that's the best thing.
You know, Diddy was talking about giving everybody their publishing back, so hopefully he gave that back to Craig Mack's family. They could probably use it.
Yeah,
you know. But on that note, we almost out of time again, so we're gonna cut it short this time. But we're gonna come back and we're gonna figure out this podcast, you know. So my name is DJ Audio, Prince Royal.
You know
KC
it.
Rapping.
Got you.
Nice talking to you, man.
You know all day. You might go to
LA. All right, man.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll holler at you.
All right.
Peace.